Hello gamers, welcome to my Day 1 guide for Hell on Rails Extreme. This fight plays out across 6 small phases divided by each train car, and we'll want to start by designating light parties so that we can organize into melee pairs and range pairs throughout the encounter. Car 1 features these damaged yellow tiles with purple borders. These can be used to stop sliding during knockback and draw-in effects. Dead Man's Overdraft is featured throughout the fight. 4 orbs will indicate the pairs variant of an upcoming knockback or draw-in, while 8 orbs will indicate the spread variant. Having someone play a macro whenever one of these comes up can be helpful because some of them later are telegraphed quite far in advance. In this example, we have 4 orbs, so we'll be doing pairs later. Dead Man's Express will then cast, causing 4 lasers to appear at the front of the train. At the end of the cast bar, the entire party will be knocked back, and anyone in front of a low laser will take extra damage and a vuln. After the knockback and lasers resolve, we separate into pairs with the melees close and ranged far. Doomtrain will then cast the other variant of Dead Man's Overdraft, in this case a spread, and then cast Dead Man's Windpipe, a draw-in with this white smoky animation. This is immediately followed by the stocked Overdraft. Knockback immunity works and is especially helpful for melees to keep uptime. Anyone sucked all the way to the front 2 tiles of the car will be struck by a telegraphed AoE. Unlimited Express will then deal high damage to the raid and knock everyone to the second car of the encounter. Car 2 features these large black boxes, which will block shots from the purple turrets. The damaged yellow tiles with purple borders will not block these turret shots. After stocking an Overdraft, Doomtrain casts Turret Crossing, summoning columns of turrets west and east. One of these turrets will begin charging, and the raid must use the boxes to dodge. Watching the Electray cast bars is very helpful for the sequencing during these mechanics. As the first turrets are going off, Doomtrain can cast either Dead Man's Express with lasers and knockback, or Dead Man's Windpipe with draw-in. The Express definitely has trickier movement, since you need to position to solve the knockback and laser immediately after the turrets fire. But from there, we just resolve the stocked Overdraft as we did during Phase 1. Doomtrain will stock the other Overdraft variant, and a second set of turrets will fire, which is immediately followed by Lightning Burst AoE tank busters on the 2 highest in enmity targets. Tanks will want to move away from the raid as soon as the Electray cast bars end. A third set of turrets will fire, after which the remaining Express or Windpipe will cast, and finally the stocked Overdraft will resolve. Unlimited Express will again deal high damage to the raid and knock everyone to the third car of the encounter. Car 3 is devoid of any special features. Lightning Burst will strike both tanks with TBs again, and Runaway Train will transport the raid to the DPS check phase. An Ether Ad will be targetable at the center of the arena, and the Doom Engine power gauge will appear, charging to 100 throughout the phase and enraging the boss if it fills. A Ghost Train will appear outside the arena and begin traveling around. The train's stopping position will be our relative north throughout the phase, and it will frequently stop to execute mechanics. When the train's whistle blows, it will be followed by either 2 or 3 shots. Listen for the sound cue. Two shots will target each healer with a shared stack, while 3 shots will target 3 random non-tanks with spread AoEs. During each volley, tanks will also be targeted with conal AoE tank busters. When the train stops, we have the tanks move northwest and northeast. The rest of the raid stays between them. For 2 shots, we had Light Party 1 north of the Ether Ad at max melee, and Party 2 south at max melee. For spread, we had the healers north and south on the edge, ranged a bit closer in on their respective sides, and melees east and west. The key to this phase is hovering near mid and reacting the moment the train stops moving. Also be aware that the arena edge is not a death wall. Without deaths, you should be killing the Ether Ad after 3 waves of mechanics, but there can be further waves while you are progging. Once the Ether is defeated, Doomtrain will ultimate the raid with Runaway Train, and observant players will notice Doomtrain smiling on just this one occasion. Back on the third platform, Doomtrain will grow arms, dealing high raid damage with Shockwave and busting both tanks with Lightning Burst. This is followed by Derailment Siege, summoning a multi-hit tower. After 3 hits, the raid needs to head south to leave before Doomtrain destroys the platform and any players still on it. These towers can be soloed by tanks with invuln, but since this is the gentlest of Derailment Sieges, I would save those invulns for later. Car 4 features a raised platform at northeast and southwest, along with a teleporter that allows players to go up to the raised segment. For now, we stay stacked at our landing position, and wait for Doomtrain to snap. at which point baited circle AoEs are placed under everyone's feet. Once we hear or see the snap, we move to dodge the circle AoEs and watch the boss for his next telegraph. Either an upper red headlight or lower blue lightning will telegraph, followed by the other. Red hits up and blue hits down, in the order telegraphed, so use the teleporters to dodge each hit accordingly. After these two hits, we have all ranged moved to the southwest raised platform, and all melee to the northeast raised platform. Arcane Revelation will summon a spotlight that travels along a diamond path for a random number of movements as Doomtrain closes its hands together. Meanwhile, one tank and one healer have been given the Designated Conductor debuff, causing them to be struck with a large shared stack whenever the light stops moving. We are already situated into groups for this mechanic, and just need to dodge to the nearest safe corner whenever the light stops. Watch Doomtrain's hands for when they start crackling with large amounts of lightning. This indicates that the light is making its last movement and will lock in place at its next destination. If you do not react to this early signal, you probably won't be able to dodge the spotlight in time once it locks in place. Start from the raised platform so that you can drop down to whichever corners are the final safe spots, although note that dropping down isn't always necessary. After the first stacks go off, we reset to our starting positions and repeat this entire process twice more. After 3 stacks, Doomtrain will again cast the red-blue up-down mechanic. After the second hit, there is another snap, so be prepared to dodge the baited AoEs. After another pair of Lightning Burst Tank Busters, Doomtrain again casts Derailment Siege. This time, the tower delivers 4 hits, after which it is time to leave this car. Car 5 features many black boxes all over, severely limiting the space we have to move around. Psychokinesis will raise several black boxes, giving the raid more space to work with. 2 players will be targeted with Plummet, large circle AoEs, as the boxes begin raining down. Getting hit here is fine as long as you aren't overlapped. This is immediately followed by a set of snap baits, so we had a simple rule here. No one should be direct middle unless they are dodging a bait, preserving an easy safe spot for the raid. Go out to the corners, wait for the snap, and dodge mid. Another Psychokinesis will remove yet more boxes, and this time 3 Plummet circles will telegraph. This set is followed by 2 Tank Busters, so we can spread more freely, as long as we aren't overlapping the raid. A final Psychokinesis will now target 5 players with Plummet, and this will be followed with a snap bait, so we once again preserve the middle as a safe spot, to be used only when dodging snaps. A 5-hit Derailment Siege tower will appear north, and while waiting for this to resolve, the raid should check the path to the south end of the platform for obvious reasons. Only one route will be open, and it is random which pattern you will get. This is the first Derailment Siege I would consider invulning, especially if you had any deaths on the preceding Plummets. After 5 strikes, it's time to leave. The 6th and final car has quite a few features. Along the east end are black boxes. Southeast is a damaged yellow tile with purple borders, and there is a long raised segment southwest. Doomtrain will stock an overdraft and summon turrets. This first set of turrets is followed by the red-blue up-down mechanic again, so be prepared to dodge accordingly. A second set of turrets will telegraph, and Doomtrain will cast Psychokinesis, removing the eastern boxes, so use the raised platform to dodge these. Immediately after the turrets, 4 players are targeted with Plummet, and immediately after Plummets, there will be snap baits. A third set of turrets will be accompanied by Express or Windpipe, so resolve accordingly, and don't forget the lasers if it's Express. Afterwards, the stocked overdraft will resolve. After another Lightning Burst Tank Buster, Doomtrain will stock another overdraft, and Arcane Revelation will repeat the Spotlight mechanic from earlier. We handle this much the same, with the melee northeast and range southwest. After 2 stacks, there will be another snap bait, before another Express or Windpipe releases the stocked overdraft. The red-blue up-down mechanic will repeat again, there will be another Lightning Burst Tank Buster, another snap bait, and a final 6-hit Derailment Siege tower, which I would suggest invulning if you see. Finally, Doomtrain will harden rage with a long cast of Derail if it is not defeated. Thank you for checking out my Day 1 coverage of Doomtrain EX. I hope that you found something useful within, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thanks for watching and enjoy the patch.